Welcome to LEAPCAST. I'm your host, Dr. George James. LEAP stands for Leaders, Entertainers, Athletes, and Performers. And I'm on a journey to connect with high achievers and highlight their unexamined human moments.
I learned that rich kids struggle.
They do.
What? It was hard to wrap my head around that they feel basically abandoned. They felt alone, they felt inadequate. They had literally the best teachers that money could buy. Like literally, several of our high school instructors had PhDs. They were doctors, you know what I mean? But none of that meant that they didn't have to deal with stuff. So that was a surprise. Also, to be brutally honest, the other surprise, well, there's two other surprises. I'll save the brutal one for last. But the second surprise was I used to think that like rich kids had everything handed to them. They do their thing and then they grow up and they take over mommy and daddy's company. But after being at Cranbrook, I realized if you go from junior kindergarten all the way through the senior graduation in one educational community, and then you go on to the best schools because you've got the pedigree for it, you've literally been training your whole life to run daddy's company or mommy's company. So in a fair and open competition, you're going to win. Like there's nobody better prepared to do it.
Plus the experiences and exposure in mommy or daddy's company.
Look, I went to school with both Carol and Chris Ilitch, who, if you don't know Detroit, the Ilitches own Little Caesars and like a third of Detroit. So I went to school with those guys. And, honestly, I always thought Carol was like the smarter of the Chris is running the company now. They had been prepared for what they're doing now. There is nobody who could, be better at the job than they are. They've been working at it for a long time, right? They understand the family, they understand the business, they understand money. So I'm saying all that to say, I used to think rich kids had stuff handed to them. Nah, not really. There's nobody better prepped than they are. So fair enough. And then the third thing that, was a big surprise to me is they're not smarter. And I don't mean Chris and Carol specifically. I just mean wealthy kids are not smarter. I've been with the guys on the block who can figure out literally how to do almost anything. And I've been with the, with well-educated, well-prepared, but not particularly smarter folk. And that was the game shifter for me because it meant that even though these folk, have more resources, they have been better prepared, they're not better. That's not what's going on. They are better resourced. They are better cared for.
This is Dr. George James, and I'll see you next time.